is a certain kind of woman who has truly striking features which make her look powerful and intense. She has an edge to her features. She looks mature, regal, and even a little dangerous. Today, I'm going to help you discover if you have dramatic essence like these women and break down 10 elements that these stunning dramatic women include in their outfits. And throughout, we're going to look at a few powerful celebrity outfits and break them down with some bonus tips. My name is Ellie-Jean. I help women to curate their image and become unforgettable. What is dramatic essence? It's one of the 7 style essences. So there are 7 essences: dramatic, natural, gamine, classic, ingenue, romantic, and ethereal. Dramatic is the most yang. So that means it has the most sharpness, length, and structure to their features. They have an intense, powerful look. Actresses with this essence are often cast as villains, mean girls, popular girls, powerful CEOs, inspiring politicians, as well as queens. They're the kind of people whose cheekbones look like they could cut ice. And some celebrities include Gwen Stefani, Grace Jones, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Tilda Swinton. So the first feature is animal print. Animal print is amazing for people with dramatics because it has a dangerous feel to it. Animal print is like really quite versatile amongst the essences. It's used by various ones, but it really finds its home in dramatic essence, especially sharper ones such as leopard print, cheetah print. Anything which implies a dangerous animal is amazing for dramatic essence because it has that boldness to it, which is one of the criteria, and also there is just this kind of implicit connection between a powerful face and a powerful print that all makes sense. Number 2, bold and dark makeup. This is one of the essences which can really go to town on their makeup, especially things like contour and a sculpted face. I, for instance, as someone who does not have dramatic essence in any way, I really struggle with really sculpted makeup looks. So really sharp liner, thick brows, a lot of contrast in the makeup, dark lips, bright lips. All of this makes me look like a clown, whereas those with dramatic essence tend to look incredible with a few extra layers of makeup and a lot more sculpting and a lot more sharp lines in their makeup. So things like a cut crease, the 2016 cut crease, won't feel that dated or strange on someone with dramatic essence because it adds to that contrast in their makeup look. Number 3, metallic textures. So anything with a hard surface or a hard plane, such as the earrings that are really popular right now, that kind of 80s style of earring, which is oversized, anything with like a flat plane, anything that's really hard to touch. These are amazing for dramatics, and I love this kind of earring, but when I try to wear it, it really overwhelms me and it doesn't have that same cool effect. It makes me look like I'm trying too hard, whereas someone with dramatic essence, this would feel like it completes the picture. It would feel really classic and really elegant against them. So these powerful looking women know that the more intense their jewelry, the more their features pop. Okay, so let's look at our first celebrity, Angelina Jolie. In this outfit, she has a bold eye makeup, which is exactly what we've been talking about. Even though she's a soft summer, she's a soft color season, she suits a little bit of drama in the eye and can go just a little bit darker than her best colors, even though actually when you look at this, it's just a shade of gray. It looks really powerful against her because she has that sharpness in her jawline and her cheekbones. The dress has this leather-like material, so hard, tough kind of textures such as leather can be good for dramatic because they have that powerful feel, even though they're typically associated with natural essence. Again, that kind of being on a motorcycle has that danger element to it, so leather naturally kind of has that association. So in this context, it works really well, and I like how she's mixed it with her other essence, romantic, with that draped element. You can see how Angelina is including heavy metallic jewelry like I just talked about, and what's really interesting is when I first saw this picture, I didn't even notice that she was wearing earrings, when actually these are incredibly bold earrings. They're oversized, they've got hard metal to them, they've got high contrast between the gold and the black, but I didn't even really see them, and that's because they melt into her features so well. And also, again, I didn't notice that really heavy bangle on her arm, which would be immediately what you saw on my frame, whereas it just melts into her look so well. And also the long line of the dress is amazing for people with dramatic essence because it has that power to it. It's like, I'm going to take up space. So number 4 is sharp blazers. Anything with tailoring looks really good on dramatics because it echoes the sharpness in their facial features. So anything like that typical 1980s silhouette of the powerful suit with the little pencil skirt and the high heels, that is going to look amazing on a dramatic. And this is kind of like the stereotype of dramatic types, But the thing is, it works so well. If you can find a way to bring a little bit of structure into your outfit, let's say you have dramatic essence and you have that really powerful feel to your features, but you like really delicate, intricate things, then doing something like wearing a really floaty dress, I'm thinking like Margaret Qualley wears a lot of things like this, where you wear like a long floaty dress, but you might wear like a sharp tailored blazer on top to bring that sharpness into the outfit so that you're finding a harmony between the two. Number 5 is sharp cutouts. I really struggle with cutouts, again, because I'm much smaller and I have more delicate, innocent features, where those cutouts really feel like I'm trying too hard. Something like waist cutouts. I do have one dress with cutouts, which is actually one of my favourite dresses, but those cutouts are much more subtle. Anything with like a lot of skin showing, like a high slit, anything like that feels quite intense against me. Whereas on a dramatic, this would feel really at home. It would feel really cool against them. It would feel even quite elegant. So anything, especially with a sharp shape, so something like a sharp triangle, an asymmetric line, all of this will look amazing. Which kind of brings me to plunging necklines. I would look ridiculous in something like this, whereas someone with dramatic essence who has those really sharp, long features, that length that's in their facial features looks amazing when it's echoed in their neckline. So ending like just below the bust, or honestly you can go really, really low with someone with dramatic essence, especially if you have a long vertical line, which you may not, but if that happens to align with your body type, that is such a statement with you. I'm thinking like Lisa Kudrow in Friends as Phoebe in season 9, I think. She wants to prove an ex that she's like over him and that she's doing great. And she wears this beautiful long black dress with this statement necklace and it's got this plunging neckline and she looks so elegant and stunning. It doesn't feel gaudy or trashy against her. It just makes her look stunning. So celebrity 2 is Bella Hadid. This is from a runway. We're going to talk about this a little bit more in a minute, but there's a lot of hard textures in this look, including leather. So you've got this leather it's kind of like a holster. I don't really know what you describe that as. These leather boots, that hardness echoes the hardness and the structure in her bones. The oversized shape, so she's got a lot of yang in her features, and yang generally works good with large shapes. So the large shape of like, is that a handbag? It's like a handbag scarf, but they almost look like pockets. So that oversized shape doesn't overwhelm Bella very much. And also the long boots, again, they would look incredibly kind of trashy against me because I'm a lot shorter. But against Bella, you don't even really notice that they're that high a boot. The tight neck brings sharpness near her face. The long line of the blazer echoes her long vertical line, as does the long line of the pinstripes. That's also a sharp pattern with lots of straight lines. The boot isn't just leather. I've just noticed this. It's actually a crocodile print. So again, it's got that element of danger to it. And the long boots also have a pointed toe, which echoes that kind of sharp feel. Next is slicked back hair. Slicked back hair has been such a trend the past couple of years, lots of gel in the hair, but actually this only suits a small number of people, and dramatics is one of them because it lets the sharpness in their facial features come to the forefront and shine. Because they have so much yang in their features, they can really take this kind of hairdo and it makes them look really powerful and strong. It has that let's get down to business feel to it, which works really well for this type. 8, I believe, is plaid patterns. When I think plaid, I think like Vivienne Westwood 1980s. There's a lot of 1980s influence in dramatic essence, and plaid is definitely one of those things. So the reason plaid works so well is, again, kind of has that association with war, kind of like the strength of Scottish soldiers. It has that vibe. So that's, you know, kind of the like Outlander, like the different clans, that's kind of like the origin of this tartan plaid print that was incorporated in the 80s. So it has the element of danger to it. But also all the sharp lines and typically bright, high contrasted colours also work well for dramatic. They have a really bold, intense feel to them. So you can go like head to toe plaid and look amazing. High heels. I hate to say it, but height is amazing for anyone with dramatic essence. You can take really kind of architectural shoes, anything with like a high platform, as long as it's not too chunky, like you really want sleek. You can lean ever so slightly chunky, but not too much, depends on your other essences and your body type. But ultimately, platforms and height will really elevate you. I think a lot of women with dramatic essence, especially the taller ones, move away from height because they're almost afraid of their own presence. And actually, you want to lean into that presence and make yourself the most notable thing in the room. So celebrity number 3 is Lady Gaga. In this outfit, she looks honestly very classic and very stunning and very elegant. She's wearing a powerful suit like we talked about with padded shoulders, and you can see how that really feels at home with the sharpness of her nose and her jawline and her cheekbones. She also has quite powerful brows in this look. They really stand against the blonde of her hair, and they feel quite intense against her. That kind of contrast works really well. She has that plunging neckline we talked about, and even though she's quite short, she's got a short body type. That still looks really good. The hard texture of the sequin is a very dramatic thing. I think often when we think sequins, we think sparkly, so we think maybe the other end of the spectrum, like very romantic and ingenue. But actually, in this context, sequins can be really dramatic because they have that hardness to them. And lastly, the very final detail is just that hard bit of metal on her clutch. That long line of hard metal adds a little bit of edge that works really well. And the last one is stripes. Anything with high contrast in the pattern is really amazing for dramatic essence. So especially things like black and white stripes, the more high contrast, the better. They have a kind of professional feel, that kind of officey look. They were more incorporated into like masculine silhouettes before they were female ones. And so these kind of women can really pull on that and look really, really stunning. These women look really feminine in menswear, which is something I've always been really jealous of because I just don't. I look dumpy in them, whereas these kind of women look really regal in this kind of strong, structured, powerful looks, and they should really lean into that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. You might enjoy this video, which is all about how to look more alluring for your essence. So perhaps you don't have dramatic essence, but you found this video interesting. I think you'd really enjoy that one. I also have a free essence worksheet, which you can check out. The link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.